Drivers, start your engines!
And with that command, 22 cars come to life with 22 drivers wondering what their fate will be on the shortest and most physically demanding track in the IRL IndyCar Series. ESPN Speed World welcomes you to the Suntrust Indy Challenge at Richmond International Raceway. Here are the 22 who are about to go green.
Scott Dixon, car number 9.
Sarah Fisher, car number 23.
Sam Hornish Jr., car number 4.
Tony Kanaan, car number 11.
Greg Ray, car number 13.
Gilles de Ferran, car number 6.
Philippe Jaffoni, car number 21.
Brian Herta, car number 27.
Vitor Mira, car number 2.
Ed Castaneves, car number 3.
Dan Weldon, car number 26.
Buddy Rice, car number 52.
Tom Schechter, car number 10.
Kenny Brack, car number 15.
Robbie Buell, car 24.
Alan Tur Jr., car number 31.
Scott Sharp, car number 8.
Roger Yasukawa, number 55.
Jacques Lazier, car number 5. Buddy Lazier, car number 91.
AJ 44th, car number 14.
Takaki, car number 12.
The field is set on this 850-foot backstretch. Yeah, this thing is small, but it's fast and it's furious. Green flag goes to Dixon. Kanaan in that green car tries to move up into second place and gets it done. Sarah Fisher stays high in her yellow and blue car. Dixon pulls out while de Ferran drops into third place. On board with Sam Hornish.
Remember, Paul, both Sarah and Sam, both in repaired cars. You can see Sarah's car right now. I tell you, those tires are touching. Both of these repaired cars are just trying to get a feel for them.
Free line, give room, give room, give room.
Whoa, that was close, but you see down on the inside, Greg Ray.
Starting to go off the pace there, just a small amount.
You're looking back from Scott Sharp's Delphi car.
You can hear the radio information there right now coming from the spotter telling somebody's coming inside. Here comes Kanaan looking at the inside of Sharp. Now Sharp's got a problem with his car. Fast driver, he's just off the pace a little bit. You can hear him squeezing the throttle when we were on board, just gently getting on the gas. He's not very happy with the car. The other guys right now, their cars are hooked up. The balance is fine. A lot of grip, as you can see with Sam Hornish right now, just around the outside like he did at Pikes Peak the other week. These guys are happy with their car.
Hornish drives to the outside of Catherine Evans, then he closes in very quickly on him. But Catherine Evans holds him off.
And Paul, that's one of the things about this racetrack right now. Guys are on the brakes right now, and then back on the gas. There's a lot of give and go, just like being in the freeway. Man, they're getting close.
How intense is this racing, Paul? Dave Scott Dixon got on the radio about 15 laps ago and told his crew, stop talking on the radio.
Yellow.
Vitor Mira.
Vitor Mira. One of the guys who has no time on this track. Very racy.
There again, coming out of turn 2. We talked about that before, the bumps in turn 2, trying to put the power down. We saw all those crashes last night, Paul, in warm-up, all coming out of turn 2.
Vitor Mira, you heard him on the radio. He said that he's okay. And you can see him looking around. Imagine you feel pretty precarious out there until everybody gets slowed down.
Absolutely. Steering wheel comes off, and that's a notice to everybody that he's all right. As we watch right now, he's high coming off of the turn 1-2 combination. No grip up there, Paul, and it takes him right into the wall.
Yeah, whatever happened to him happened well before that. And he got hard into the wall with the right side, but fortunately the car helped him. This is the onboard.
Now watch, here he goes, coming out of 4. See, twitch with the wheel right there. The car's already loose. Up to top gear, come down to the turn, getting in there. Watch his hands now. He's high because he's got somebody below him, and he's up just behind the marbles. And that's what ends up happening. See that right front? Watch that absorption right there. You think about those guys, 6-way safety harness and a crash helmet. Can't figure why anybody wouldn't wear their safety harness in a car. Well, you know, the race last year, Paul, you can remember that a lot of people were standing up for a lot of the race, and through a break once in a while I peek outside and they're doing the same thing again. They just love it here. What a great show. A 3/4-mile track, they get to see everything.
And Sam Hornish, taking a look at him, The leader's coming up. You can see him off in the distance there. So Hornish may in fact go a lap down here in just a moment. There's the leader.
Now Hornish in that yellow car we see, Paul, he knows from two things. The radio contact, he says, guys, he's getting on the radio and hearing that he's got a leader coming up behind him, and he also can look in his mirrors. He does not want to go down a lap.
Nothing's changed since we left you. It's still Dixon, DeFerrin, Catherine Evans, Kanaan, Greg Ray. Behind them, Weldon and Giafone are continuing to fight with one another, and the yellows just come out, and that's A.J. Foyt, the fourth.
Now, all those guys you see on the right are all the board men on there, Paul, that are all signaling to their drivers
on the
along the
backstretch. Yeah, backstretch.
And trust me, when they see a car coming, they take for cover.
There's Grandpa.
I just ran up here to check the temperature.
And as the IRL safety team gets there, they of course check to make sure that Anthony's okay. And then they take their time getting him out. Here's how he got there. Hornish was right behind him.
Looks like he's just coming off the middle of the turn. That's where those bumps are that we talk about there. You got to be so gradual on the power, applying the gas pedal down to the floor. You got 700 horsepower on those rear wheels, and sometimes they just spin and come right out from underneath you.
You saw the restart order. We're ready to go back to green flag racing. Green flag is out. They're running, and everybody is now thinking about the weather. There's a report of a thunderstorm. We got a car in trouble, and it's Greg Ray. There is a report of a fairly large thunderstorm not that far away from the racetrack and moving fairly quickly. In fact, some of the crews are talking about it on the radio, Scott.
Well, some of them are telling the drivers, even during the break, Paul, that this thunderstorm is actually coming. We'd heard a few of the drivers saying, let's get back to green, let's get going. And that's only the guys that are in second, third, and fourth. You wouldn't hear that from Dixon, but it's interesting to see how a driver takes in everything. And here we see just power on, possibly something. He's all by himself, Greg Ray is, and actually right up on the front stretch, and maybe that 700 horsepower we talked about on cool tires, trying to get the power down, a little low on the track, getting the gas on, and just spun himself around.
Johnny Rutherford has brought the pace car back out in front of the field. Greg Ray has moved into the last position in the line.
Here, on the gas. You heard him get on the rev limiter. That's maximum power, probably 700 horsepower to the rear wheels, and just spun it around.
All of a sudden here at Richmond International Raceway, it has begun to rain. Our helicopter spotted some and felt some raindrops on the chopper from 3,000 feet just moments ago, and now that rain is definitely hitting the ground. The caution is out. 200 of the 250 laps are complete, with Scott Dixon in the lead. Jack?
Well, my call is sitting here calling the race for the leader, Scott Dixon, and most times when a leader's out past the halfway mark, he says, oh, it's raining so bad, we want to stop this thing. What's Scott's position?
Well, we were working on the lights for a while there too, Jack. He's happy to be racing tonight. Car's running great, and we're...
What has turned this team around? I mean, I know you had the win early on, but now you have totally dominated. You've led so many laps in the last two races.
Well, I think both Thomas and Scott have. Thomas is showing tonight how good our team is, and we were in the IRL last year with Jeff Ward. We're in the IRL this year with two guys, and we got a lot of momentum going, and we got great drivers and a great team.
Gary, 289 consecutive laps led by this guy's driver, Scott Dixon.
Was our shot from the pace car, and it looks like that this race is indeed being halted as the red and the checkered flags are being waved, and the Suntrust Indy Challenge is over. Ended early because of rain. They come by the stripe and complete 206 laps, and that is going to be it. Scott Dixon has won again in the IRL IndyCar Series. Thanks for joining us here at Richmond. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more information, log on to ESPN.com.